Good morning, humanity. It's June 8th and in the year 2020. And once again, this is the wonderful part of your week because it's Mondays with Bev and Paul. And hi, everybody. My name's Paul.
Good morning. This is Bev.
Hello, Bev. How are
Hello, Paul.
you? I hear you're freezing your little took us off.
Oh, it's like November here.
uh,
It's
uh,
crazy. It's June and it's like 40 degrees.
well, there you go. All right.
The
Well, we're
Northwest.
we're getting down to a high of 99 today, so we're getting
Ooh,
it's getting chilly here too.
wow. Put on those sweats, buddy.
So everybody, we're going to talk about today. We're going to try this. We're going to talk about from the darkness comes biotouch. So we're going to take a stab at this one.
This was your idea, by the
Yeah.
way.
So we're in a time, we're talking about pandemics, we're talking about protest rallies, we're talking about lootings, we're talking about killings, we're talking about Black Lives Matter, we're talking about interactions between people all over the planet. And last week, when there was these posts of people just putting this black square on their Facebook page, I just had this vision that it's from that darkness, that from that void, from that once we get rid of the old, that that that's where creation happens. And biotouch was a way from that darkness that it comes. And so I had this vision, of what to do. And so I created this little video. And we're going to base our whole little talk off this 40-second video. So here we go.
Doesn't make any difference who you might be. You are the neighbor, so a person is all they see. You'll be treated like a friend the very first time you meet. Staff of practitioners down on Beamer Street.
There you go.
There you go.
Up comes the fingers.
Well, when I think about the darkness or the void, whatever you want to call it, it's really a womb, because what's happening is there's a new birthing for humanity, right? It's everything's very pregnant with new possibilities. And that's why we're always saying, in terms of biotouch, it's here to bring hope. It's here to bring change. So in that self-awareness, it's a beautiful way for all of us to go through this transition, through it, and then have it on the other side. That's the intention here, is to have this continuing gift that we can use, not just now but for the rest of our lives. That's the
Right.
that's the beauty, and really the beauty right now in this transition time is it's here to recreate on a higher way, the way that we live our lives, individually, as groups, as nations, as a world. And I can't help but feel, and I felt this for a long time, that's why biotouch is here. I felt that even before all of this started happening.
Oh, yeah.
I,
I mean, I
you
felt
know, I
that 30
knew
years
that,
ago.
yeah, I
Right.
knew that this was something that was waiting for its time. And what is that? You know, the timing of something when it's exactly when it's supposed to be coming out, when it's supposed to be presented. That is that great idea of love that is here presenting itself. And we have to now open ourselves to actually live in that truth. And that's part of BioTouch. It brings us into a loving presence within ourselves and with each other. And
Right.
this is how we're going to recreate, because the old stuff has to be dealt with before we can build on its ashes, you know.
And
So,
it reminds me of why I even got started back 30 years ago when that ex-CIA agent, sat in our very first class and he said, "Wow, this is the most powerful revolution I have ever seen." And he said, because this one was based on love.
yeah,
And 30 years later, that's still while I do this.
right.
BioTouch is a revolution of love, of bringing these two fingers into connection with another human being for the purpose of reclaiming our birthright to be healthy, happy, and loved. Really, the only three things we're all looking for, and all these changes that are happening, so powerful for BioTouch to be part of it. I'm reminded of the one time I was being strangled and on a chokehold and being strangled to death myself. And somehow I got those two fingers up to do that greeting on that young man that was trying to kill me. And I don't know what it was, but immediately when I got that greeting point one, he released me and I was able to get away. I was never forget it. And
Well,
during these times, I think about that and I think about the power of BioTouch, not necessarily in having to be in those kinds of situations, but just in our everyday life to begin touching one another, whether you're at a protest rally or at home with your family.
right.
Uh,
Yeah,
it,
it brings us together,
yeah.
which is, we were talking earlier that, things have been building up for a while. And this virus is it's a product of this, because I'm reminded of Dr. Zach Bush. His whole thing right now, what he's talking about is the beauty. That's the nature of it, and it is nature. And we're hearing a lot of conversations about we need to get back connected, reconnected with nature. Well, we're part of that nature.
Yeah,
We're
we
we're
are.
we're a big part of that nature. And our whole stance here on this planet is called beauty. And that's what BioTouch offers us, to stand in the beauty of our light, and let that light shine into that darkness that's here. But there's nothing wrong with darkness, because if we've just said all things possible come from that.
Right, and in order for that to happen, sometimes we have to wipe out all the old. You can't keep patching here and patching there. I
Right.
just heard today, the city of Minneapolis is, going to disband the police force. Well, in a sense, that's a symbol. It's saying to all of us, we need a new way to look at public safety. We need a way, and we've always said that even in the healing world, we need a new way to do healing work, something
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't distinguish us and make us different from one another. BioTouch meets us all at that equal level. We all have the ability to heal one another. And it doesn't take a special belief system. It doesn't take channeling down energy from some unknown source. It just means if you're a human being, you can touch another human being and allow healing to start happening. I mean, BioTouch really is new wine in a new bottle in the
Yeah.
presentation of healing work for all humanity, regardless where you are on the planet.
Yeah. And there's an underlying theme, a word that I use a lot. It's called relationship. Humanity itself has a relationship with nature, with all of the forms on this planet. And our relationships to each other we've really gone away from the whole point of what that playing out is to be. Because if we can't have we don't, some a lot of people can't even have a relationship with themselves, you know?
Right.
So biotouch, and I've said this many times, it's a relationship of healing, because you can't do biotouch unless you're in the presence of another human being.
That's the powerful way to
That's
do
the
it.
powerful, and it's
On
almost
the
like
skin.
nature. Yeah, nature
Right.
is saying, "Oh, no, 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 you're not doing this on yourself.
Right.
Yeah, and you're not doing it to somebody else. You're going to do this with another human being in your presence, honoring each other. That's the way you're going to do this."
So we have that great. So we teach it. We're going to show you ways that we have of learning it, especially during this time where we're in lockdowns, and we have wonderful virtual ways to learn this. But we have a manual that we teach it with, and part of this philosophy that we're trying to talk about, we don't have much philosophy, but this concept that we're talking about is in our manual. Bev's going to read it. It's from our epilogue,
Right.
and it just sort of knocks it home here.
Yeah, and this is what it says. For those who seek the summit to glimpse the mighty possibilities of the absolute, there is no such comfort. Once having crossed the Rubicon, one may not retreat with impunity, but continue to gaze with exquisite anxiety upon the alluring abyss, endeavor to grasp the untouchable and penetrate the vastness of the unknowable. Paradise may be the sublime experience discovered when one is lost in a limitless extension of infinity. It is an incredible challenge, but the manifestation of creation is extraordinary.
Boom.
So here we are, people. Let's look at that abyss, which is that darkness. Let's do it together. Let's look together into
Yeah.
that depth.
So if you would like, you're looking there at our BioTouch manual. It's our training manual. We do have it in hard copy with a DVD that shows people doing the points. We have the ability to just download it onto your computer, that same exact in ebook version with links to the video. And our job here is to teach you how to bring BioTouch into your life. And we're talking, maybe even if you just could do that greeting like I talked about with that young man, 15 seconds to do the greeting on another human being and they do it to you. That will start a healing process. That will put us in relationship with love. And from that, healing happens, the manifestation of beauty. And it comes from that unknown, the abyss, as you just talked about, the darkness, the void. Call it what you will. But the interesting thing is, I remember reading once too, nature abhors a vacuum.
Right, exactly.
And so we're cleaning up now. We're getting rid of things. Dr. Bush talked about the sixth extinction, whether it happens this year or in 100 years. We're cleaning up the mess. We're getting rid of paradigms that don't work anymore. It's coming
Right.
from all angles. And so in that void, for most of us, we fill it with hate or anger, that because we know nothing else. And what we're presenting here is, let's fill it with some touch. Take those two fingers when you just don't know what else to do and touch another human being. Even if you're out there at a rally and you don't even know the person sitting next to you. Hey, let me do the greeting with you.
Hello.
I need to start going to all these protest ralies. All right, line up, folks.
Oh, wouldn't that be interesting? Just one last little thought too. There's so much fear. Everything we're seeing, everything that we're seeing is based on fear. And the only thing that we really have to fear is the fact that we have been disconnected ourselves, not just from each other, but from the relationship within ourselves. So there's this fear of change, but I'm going to say change is the only absolute that we have. It's inevitable, people. And you might as well do it in light, in this love, and together we can do this together. That's what BioTouch offers all of us.
So we're going to teach you. We're going to just teach you again the greeting. This is very simple. It's going to be a family doing it. Try it at home while you're looking here. Practice on yourself. If you got somebody with you, pull them in and say, hey, let me try this with you. Try this with me. So here we go.
The greeting is always performed at the beginning of each session. It's the only set that uses one hand and the only set that indicates which hand to use. The greeting is performed with the dominant hand. If you are right-handed, use your right hand. If you are left-handed, use your left hand. The greeting is made by touching at point 1, which is in the fleshy area just below the bottom of the breastbone or sternum. Hold this point for 6 to 8 seconds. Then, with the same 2 fingers, touch point 2 on the back. To find point 2, look for the big bone at the base of the neck. From here, move 1 to 1.5 inches to the left. This is point 2. Hold this point for 6 to 8 seconds. More than one associate may work with a recipient provided that all of the associates perform the greeting. If the associate or the recipient leaves the session, or if someone who hasn't done the greeting touches either the recipient or the associate, the greeting must be reestablished. Then the session may proceed from where it was interrupted.
Simple, folks. We're stuck here on the planet together. We got no place to go. So let's practice a little bit of BioTouch. One person touching another, 30 seconds out of your day. Here are some ways we have to teach it. We have a workshop, health condition workshop coming up. It's going to be live streamed with Steve Liu, licensed acupuncturist. We're going to talk about prostate cancer and other prostate issues. Also, we have a blog on our website that Deborah Schildhaus wrote talking about all the issues that happen with prostate conditions. That's going to be June 25th, 6 p.m. Live streamed. If you're a massage therapist, let us know. We can give you a CE credit for that. So that's really awesome. And we have our brand new, somewhere here, virtual training. Here it is.
Phew.
We got a virtual training, our very first virtual training. We're going to do the entire class, the entire training. It'll be from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. There'll be a break for lunch. There'll be breaks throughout the time too. Nurses, doulas, massage therapists can receive 8 continuing education credits for this too. Go to our website up on top where it says class registration or Learn BioTouch. Go to the online training and just pick it there. It's only $48, $60 for if you want the CE credits. I think we really have an opportunity with these virtual trainings to really go globally. This is it.
This is great. This is timing. This is something we're probably would have done it regardless.
Right, but it's pushed us into it.
It really
the
did.
Void, the darkness.
It's pregnant.
It pushed us to do creative acts. And
There's
so
a new
this
birthing
virtual,
taking place.
Yes, and we want to encourage you to come play with us. Come join us in this birthing of BioTouch for all humanity. Well, we sort of did it.
We sort of did.
So, thanks, Bev. We're going to play that little video I made again.
Cool.
From the darkness comes BioTouch. Let us know how we can help you. We're here.
We're here.
JustTouch.com, office at JustTouch.com. Give us a call, send us an email. We're here to help you.
Get on our website.
Yes. Go to our Facebook page, our YouTube page, our Instagram page. We're everywhere for you. Thanks, Bev.
Thank you, Paul. Everybody have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye.